Okay, so it is 10:14 at night, and I think I've come to a point where I'm just tired. Sorry. I'm kind of exhausted. And the only reason it's taking me so long is because I keep stopping, sitting down, taking a break. But for the most part, I'm done for the night. So, this is pretty much what is on the counter that was cluttered with stuff. Oranges in the bowl. Cleaning supplies, of course. Yeah. That was actually a toilet paper holder, which I don't think it makes much of a difference. I think it's just towels or toilet paper. Something I've had in my closet and I never got rid of it. I showed you earlier what I did with all the stuff that Mom uses on a consistent basis. Hopefully it's not too dark to see. I really don't have enough light. The table over there still needs some work, but that's only because that's most of my mom's stuff and I don't know what she wants to do with it. Still working on this counter here, but for the most part it's clutter free. I don't have all the medicines that I had up there before. Just got the potatoes in a bowl. I was like sick of seeing them in the bag. A little bit of stuff here and there, but for the most part the clutter is gone. I showed you earlier what I did with the mugs that were kind of cluttering up the cabinets above. All I did was just take the towel rack from out of the bathroom and put the mugs on there instead, so now it's kind of cute. Decorative. That's the extra glasses that we had. We were going to have a party or some kind of gathering or something, but I don't think that really came through like it was supposed to, but it's okay. Now, this is kind of where I wanted to get into right here. I know, what you see is exactly what you think it is. It is a dish drainer. I know you're thinking, why in the world would I put a dish drainer under the sink full of dishes? Well, just because it's a dish drainer for after you do dishes doesn't necessarily mean you have to put it on top of the counter. As you can tell, there's little clutter up here, and it looks a lot neater compared to what I had it earlier. Yeah, and I mean, maybe to not, some people were like, oh my god, that looks goofy or it looks weird, but I mean, it's a lot better than having bowls just cramped in one space. Down here is where I've got all the lids for the bowls in this container. If there is no lid to the bowl or no bowl to the lid, I got rid of it. Why? Because a bowl without a lid has no purpose. Unless, of course, it's just one of these cereal bowls. But, yep. These all have lids. They're all down there. They're the glass bowls. And to me, I mean, regardless of what anybody else might thought, I think it's a pretty cool idea. If I have anything extra, like little things, I can put it right there in that spot. But there's no dish drainer just sitting on the counter taking up more space. Everything's pretty much put away. And less clutter as possible. I just really have to actually just put things down in a drawer, and it's pretty much done. Put this back under here to the side here. Yep. So everything's pretty much done. Hopefully this, again, hopefully it helps somebody. If you're thinking of ways to get rid of stuff and you can't come up with something, hopefully that helped. Just use whatever you got around the house. Don't go out and spend $50 60, 70 bucks on something when you could have just turned something that you're not really using into another thing. Well, another project. This right here was actually holding our towels, our dish towels, but it wasn't really serving its purpose like we had wanted it to originally. And it was just kind of just sitting there where the towels ended up in the drawer, and it was just sitting there taking up space. So instead I just turned it into our cookbook. I don't want to say cookbook holder, but cookbook rack or shelf, however you want to put it. Just keeps it neat, nice and neat with the recipes and I guess dietary. I think this one's a dietary cookbook, but like I said, still ways to go. I know it seems like, oh my god, this is taking her forever. Well, unfortunately my mother has a lot of stuff, and I've been trying to figure out how to put it all in a neat space without it looking like a bunch of just junk. Because, unfortunately, she won't let me get rid of it. And it's her house. I mean, yes, I live here too, but it is her house, and I don't want to get rid of her stuff that she's tried to, I don't want to say worked hard for, because my mom, she doesn't work. Unfortunately, she can't. But that's another subject. Yeah, but for the most part, I have her stuff right where she needs it. There was something I did want to show down here. Now, I don't know if you remember, but earlier I had all those bowls over there. Well, now these spices and everything is where she can reach it, down on the island under the cupboard. And that's her spices, her baking stuff, or I should say my baking stuff, because I'm more the baker. Yeah. So, it's right where she can get it, on a nice little, I don't really know what that thing is called. She bought it a couple years ago and we never got rid of it. It's not really a Lazy Susan because it doesn't turn. It's just, I guess it's just a spice rack. Hopefully that's enough light you can see in there. Like I said, I don't have another light to turn on. But, again, kind of hoping that helps somebody. And again, if someone has any suggestions or can add anything to it, I'll gladly take any suggestions, anything that, you know, would help me help my mom. I ask that you keep the comments positive. I'm not a very, I know people are going to have their opinions. I get that. That's fine. Like I said earlier, somebody's probably saying, well, if you have such a problem with your mom's house, why don't you clean it? Well, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm working on. She just has a lot of stuff. But, I mean, if you have any suggestions and you want to share something, help me out. And I'll be more than happy to take any suggestions that are available, as long as I could do it. I'll definitely, and I'll take it in consideration if I can definitely. I don't really know what I'm trying to say here. I guess because I'm tired now. Had a pretty long day, but yeah. So I'll be working on another project, probably something in my bathroom. We have a pretty small bathroom, and I'm trying to figure out how to make the room in there a little bit bigger, or give us a little bit of space. Okay, well, everyone have a good night, and like I said, let me know something, whatever. Good night.